Hello there, I just bought myself a Kogan 5K monitor, ultra widescreen, the first I've ever had. You can see that little pathetic thing that I've got up there on my desk. That's going to be totally obliterated. It's too sharp and it doesn't quite show colors properly. Black against gray looks like just all the same color. Very hard to see what's going on. This will be an improvement no matter what. This is 10 kilograms, so I can easily lift it. Right? It's about the same weight as a backpack. Now, look at how narrow the box is. How curved can it possibly be? Well, this is some indication here. 2500R. I don't know what it means, but I think that it's close. If it's a lower number, like 1000, it's very curved, or 800 is very, very curved. 2500, I'd say that's pretty much not curved at all. 40 inches diagonal. I think that's still how screens are measured in this world, in the ultra-wide world. I think it's about a meter, just under a meter in width on the desk, which would not go the full width. I think that desk is 1200 wide by 600 deep. So I think it'll come 10 centimeters off each side. I'll set it up. I'm looking forward to it. 4K. No, 5K. 5K. IPL, is that right? IPS? Rather than VA or whatever the other thing is. It's not OLED. It's cheap, $700. Not cheap, but it's cheaper than the others. Stand is $70. That hasn't arrived yet. All right, before I unbox this thing, I'll tell you why I bought it. I can't see shit on that monitor, and I always want to see my view of the city, right, through that window. And I can't have something bigger, and this blocks the view. That's basically the view we're looking at over there, but that's too big. That might be the same size vertically, but I am getting a Magnus Pro Secret Lab desk, which will be able to raise and lower. So if I want to see out the window, I can just press a button. But hopefully that will be lower and not be too cumbersome. At the moment, my setup is a central computer in the linen closet, right there. I've got one screen in there, but I've got HDMI outputs, two over there, two behind there in case I want to put a TV there. Obviously, a couple coming out of that wall there that will feed into there for double screens, but I only need one now. And then a couple over here. So I have multi-screen set up throughout the house. I just carry around my headphones, which are all Bluetooth, or my Mega Boom speaker, which is completely portable. I carry that around. It's awesome sound from that thing. On 24 hours a day, I keep it plugged into USB. And yeah, keyboard K830 wireless with a trackpad. And a mouse if I'm ever sitting at a desk. Now, here are the instructions for opening the thing. Important to notice, how to assembling the monitor. Unboxed in the way they said, okay? I'll open this up now, we'll have a look at it. All right, this box has a warning. Please open and inspect unit for damage on arrival and contact our support team. So they're anticipating damage from the outset. There's all these components that are sort of jammed in the side. And then on the other side, that's nothing. Okay. Which way should I open it? I feel like the skinny bit is the top part, but I don't want to crush any of this thing. I think that's the back for an LED on the back of the screen or something. Not sure. I'll open this up. All right, here are the components that were attached to the other side of this thing. First of all, we've got the feet, in case you want to put it on its stand, which I will for day one because I want to use it today, instead of waiting for the desk mount. This is another component for the stand, and that will attach to the back of the monitor. It can raise and lower, and apparently, I assume it can rotate. Maybe they've got to press that button in before it will, I don't know what it's for. I assume it can rotate. An HDMI. It doesn't identify what type of HDMI cable that is. Oh, that's not. It's a DisplayPort. DisplayPort to DisplayPort. Useless to me. I run everything through the walls as HDMI, but I'll keep it unless I have to send this back. Plastic casings for the back of the monitor to make it look red and shiny on the back. I'm not sure if they'll be in use when I replace this with a wall mount. And kettle cord, Australian, instruction booklet and some screws and a 24 volt 5 amp, which equals 120 watt power supply. This runs from 100 to 240 volts. All right, I'll go through this briefly. Try and keep it all nice in case it doesn't work. All right, here there are, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess M5 screws. No, the M4 screws. There are 5 M4 screws, which are 7 millimeters long, for plate thickness. I guess that we're talking about this. They'll probably go 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what the deal is with this. This probably comes off somehow, I don't know. Yes, I'll read the instructions for that. Quite good energy rating. 187 kilowatt hours per year. And then these little things, which are called M4 screws, which almost look like converters. One piece for spare use. M4 by 16 mil screws. They might be extenders. I'm not sure what the camera's seeing right now, but I'm holding it up to the camera. I did my best. Warranty information. This product your product has had a long and adventurous journey. The packaging may look like it's suffering from a little travel sickness, but your product should still be in perfect condition and ready to enjoy. We recommend that you keep your original product packaging if at all possible, because in the unlikely event you require a warranty repair, we cannot collect and transport your item if it is not safely and securely packaged. That'll be fun storing that for 10 years. All right, Kogan.com. 40-inch curved WUHD USB-C monitor, 5120 times 2160 pixels, IPS, I don't know what that stands for, 2500R, and that is the curvature. I would say it's the radius of a circle, probably. 2,500 meter circle. I don't know. And if that was chopped at 40 inches, I'm not sure how they've measured that. I think I'm right though, something to do with radius and 2,500 of, I'm assuming meters, I don't know. That's a big circle though. But yeah, that would be a big circle. Look how low the curvature is so far. You can sort of tell a little bit from this shadowing along there. Can you see any of that? I'm not sure you can see. There, the shadowing, you can see basically from the sun shadows. Read all instructions. Do that. I'm not sure what that's going to be. That does not look like. Don't pick it up by the screen. Don't squeeze your thumbs into the monitor when you're picking it up. I'm going to leave this for you to pause through or fast forward through if you want to read the instructions or not. Okay. I'm going to guess until I get it wrong. That's what's going to happen. Oh, here are the ports. This will be interesting. Here we go. Overview. So you've got one HDMI. Is that right? One HDMI. DisplayPort. Type C, USB-C, USB minus, that's not good. USB, what? B? What's USB-B? Where is that one? Number 4, USB-B. Right. Was that for a printer or something? I mean, I've seen it somewhere. USB-A, 5. USB-A, another one. Audio out, that's good. Very good. I'm glad to see that. Old school, but I love it. I need it. I want it. DC power input. USB-A again. And USB-A. That's nicely positioned on the edge. Oh, are they pointing? Oh, that's all behind it, and that's accessible within arm's reach by the looks of things. There you go. That's the list of ports. And they're recommending an HDMI 2.1 cable, so it can do some fast transmission. When connecting devices to the monitor, it is recommended to connect the USB-B first. What? I've never even heard of USB-B. I mean, I've seen that shape once. I don't know where I saw it. Then the USB-A ports can be used. I don't know what they're talking about with USB-B. Seriously. USB-B is commonly used for printers, there we go, monitors and other devices, right. But you didn't give me one. There is not a USB-B cable here, is there? I'm missing something. If there is one, it's in that box, and I'm not opening it yet because I want you to read the manual with me and be bored like I am. USB-A is commonly used for mice, keyboards, discs, and other devices. If you need to connect your laptop or use the function to put the phone's content on the monitor screen, connect the Type-C interface, not included Type-C cable. Warning, before connecting the monitor to your computer, shut off the power for the computer and the monitor. I probably won't be doing that. Now, that's ridiculous. Why would I do that? Just because I'm plugging in an HDMI cable. If it breaks because of that, then I don't want it. User controls. Press the power joystick to turn the monitor on off. Power joystick? What the fuck? Is that what they're using? Oh, they do have one. Up, down, left, right, behind it. I hope I can reach it from sitting in front of the computer. All right. Now, these displays are surely facing the front of the screen that I'm looking at when I'm looking at it, right? They don't give me light indicators. I don't have to be... What if I attached it to a wall? How would I see what's going on? Insert one end of the provided DP 1.4 cable into your computer's graphics card. DisplayPort 1.4. No, I'm not going to be using DisplayPort. I'll be using HDMI. Insert the other end of the cable into the DP on your monitor. It does have an HDMI port. I know what they're talking about. Why is it only talking about the DP? I can't reach a DP. I'd have to get a converter of some sort. I fucking don't want to do that. Shit. Connect the power adapter to your monitor and then connect the other end of the power adapter to the power cord. I'll get the power button. I really hope they don't need a DisplayPort cable. Otherwise, I'll need an adapter for my HDMI wall socket. All right, that's instructions. I hope that's straightforward. It looks cheap, nasty, the inbuilt menu on the screen. All right. Here are the specs. Panel type, IPS. Curvature, R2500. Aspect ratio, 21:9, 40-inch, 5120 by 2160 pixels. It's a number I'm not very familiar with. 5K. Refresh rate, 75 hertz. So a bit choppy for gaming and stuff like that. Brightness, 300 CD per meter squared max. What the hell? I don't even know what that means. Contrast ratio, static. Typical, 1000 to 1. Color support, 1.07B, 8-bit plus high frequent. I don't know what that means. Viewing angle, 178/178, horizontal and vertical. What is that? Degrees off center? I don't know how far that is. I need to customize myself with angles. So. Response time, 14, typical G to G MS. About 14 milliseconds lag time from like putting a command in and seeing it happen on the screen. I hope that's faster than my brain. Input output interface, HDMI plus DP plus Type-C plus 1 USB Type-B, 2 USB Type-A's. I thought there were 4 USB Type-A's. It lists that as a second thing. All right. Speaker 2. It has speakers built in. That's good. Even if they're shitty, it's better than nothing sometimes. Power supply. Type. Power consumption. All right, there you go. There you go. And the weight is 9.4 kilograms without the back stand, isn't it? All right. DisplayPort support up to 75 hertz at 5120 by 2160. HDMI support up to 45 hertz. Wow, that's why they want you to use DisplayPort. It's much worse. Far out. That's really... That'll be choppy as hell. 45 hertz. Shit, I have to use DisplayPort all the way through. I'm not rewiring my house for this. I'm gonna have to just deal with 45 hertz. I hope that's not a problem. But then again, I don't know how many hertz these ones are. I have no fucking idea. Let's just look at this old television set thing. What does this say? Well, it's a Sanyo LED LCD TV. It doesn't say how many frames per second or anything. The refresh rate on this TV is, maybe it says it on this sticker. It says I'm not seeing anywhere that the hertz are listed on that screen. How about this one? Just for comparison, so I don't think that I'm missing out with 45 hertz over here. What the one? Okay, come here. Just this is all awkward now. Okay, I'm at the back of my AutoHotKey. What's the hertz? Oh fuck! It's just up. All right, I'm on the back of the AutoHotKey TV now. The monitor, 40 FHD. I think Full HD is 1080p. LED TV with built-in DVD player. Rated power under 80 watts. I'm not seeing hertz listed anywhere on this screen, anywhere. Maybe they just don't show it on screens. Okay, time for the big reveal. Time for the big reveal. Ba-doom, doom, 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 doom. Motherfucker. All right. This is not something I can hold the phone and do, I don't think. Okay, that's how it's packaged. Anyway, got a hollow bit there. I don't know why that's hollow. Oh, maybe it was holding that stuff in there. All right, this is the level of curvature we're seeing here. That is the screen itself. I'm not going to risk fucking it up just because I'm filming this for you. You're just going to have to take second fiddle. All right, taken it out of the bag. Just a careful examination here. There's some kind of sticker here, just there. Not sure if it's a lid of any kind. Bottom left-hand corner here says Kogan. Look, I don't know what you can see, so just take my word for it, okay? I'm not doing a proper filming job here. Right. Feels safe in the foam just while it's leaning on it and stuff. Along the bottom of the screen, there's nothing. On the back, it looks like there's that toggle menu controller thing that they were talking about. It's pressable. And there are no other buttons there. Feeling down that side on the right side of the screen, there's nothing. Along the top, there's nothing. On the left-hand side, there are two available USB-A ports. Can you see that? If you can't, bad luck. It's 9 kilograms. It's quite light and easy to hold and move around. Very cheap looking plastic here where the mount goes. I wouldn't want to put downward pressure on it right now. That little control looks very fragile. We've got HDMI, which is going to put out at 45 hertz, by the way. DP, or DisplayPort. That is the cable they gave me, isn't it? That would go in there. I won't be using that because I'm going to have to convert it to HDMI anyway, so I'm going straight out of the HDMI port. USB Type-C socket there. These are all dug in deep. If this thing was mounted to a wall, you would not be able to get here. There's a lip even to stop your fingers getting up in cables, so that's frustrating. There's a lip right there. But look at this. HDMI, DP, Type C, USB B, USB A, USB A, audio out, which I'm very happy about, DC, and it looks like there and there are speaker grills. I did not get the desk mount clamp or anything, so I will be using this. I feel like I should just maybe assemble it right here. Okay, so maybe I need a screwdriver to get this off and do all that. So this has got red lining on the stand. That's clearly the top of the stand. That's the base that sticks onto this part of the stand, which looks like it would assemble that way, so it's all elevated and a forward trajectory, I suppose, with some red stickers. Okay, just examining this plastic here. That's not a sticker, that's plastic. That's plastic too, that's metal. All the external parts of this stand here are plastic, but the core part is metal. This is metal. This part actually disassembles from this part, but I don't see any reason why you would do that except for the sake of manufacturing. These two parts go up and into that base. There are two evident holes there with threads. There are 4 screw holes for actual screws that make this assembly possible. And then these 2 indentations, I guess that would stop rotation with, yeah. So that would make it nice and firmly square. 2 little shallow indentations would go onto those 2 points there, and then the other 2 screws that would screw in. Okay. And that would just go together like that. And unless there's a good reason not to do it, I'll just put that together right now. I'm glad I didn't need a tool to get that done. That's good. Right, so the stand is assembled. I don't know if that's going to be a problem while putting this part on, but before I break it or whatever, I'm going to look at the instructions for how to do this and attach this to this, okay? Because I'm not quite sure. This switch here, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not reframing the fucking camera for you. I don't know what it does. It's making that thing go up and down. In terms of rotation, it feels like it might just be friction based. It's stopping at 90 degrees, okay? I can't rotate downwards at all. I can rotate upwards by about 30 degrees. Can you see that? And it's locked. So let's just say that's 30 horizon, 30 like 0 degrees at the horizon, and then 30 degrees towards the sky, in case it's lower than you. If it was higher than you, you'd be fucked, because this does not tilt downwards, and I can't force it down. It feels like it's designed to lock. This feels like it's designed to simply latch in, but that can't be that easy, surely. Surely it can't be that simple to just latch in. Whoa, it is that simple. It just latched in. So if you're not using any other mount and you're just using the stand, what I just did was I just connected it in 1 second. So that's done. I'm gonna put this up on that desk over there and I'll show you what it looks like. And I'll show you what the effects are of using 45 hertz, if that's even possible on a camera. Very light. Not one arm light, not one arm lift up over a desk light, but very light though. I'm liking the size that I can see now in comparison to this table so far. Come over here. As it stands, I cannot tell how I'm going to raise and lower this, but I know it can be done. Oh, shit. That's dangerous. Yeah, so there's resistance and then it just goes full speed. Be very careful not to do what I just did. All right, it fits fucking perfectly on my desk. in between my lighting. Heaps of room between the base of the screen and the desk. At the moment, I'd say it's probably too high for me. I'm just going to try and push it down gently. Yeah. This is a fragile maneuver when you're raising and lowering. Probably have it about there. Give me some space underneath to put my speaker. Give me some potential to see out the window for watching sunsets. But it is still blocking my view of the city. But what am I expecting? Well, that little one there was, I could see over it. I could see that view of the city pretty much above that screen, but it was just a shit screen. And I might forget all about the view of the city when I see what the kind of view I get from this thing. All right. Let's plug it in and see what happens. I'm using the front-facing camera so I can control this, right? Oh, by the way, I didn't put those plastic bits on the back. What are they? Those things. I don't know how much I care about putting those things on. I really don't want to draw attention to my computer. Okay, that's the best view I can give you, okay? That's it. Yeah. Doing camera work right now is the last thing I give a fuck about, okay? So just deal with it. I'm going to try and put these panels on. Wow, it's not even worth it. It's too awkward once it's on the desk. In fact, I can't imagine a time it wouldn't be awkward. I don't know how it rotates now that the other one's in play. I don't fucking know that. That's close enough, and then now that's what the back of the monitor looks like with that stuff. Okay, you got red things there and whatever. Okay, now I'm going to plug this DC power cable into that socket there. It's already plugged into the wall. They told me to turn it off before I did it, but I should be able to pull out a DC fucking barrel connector, and when it's on and right, for 12 volts or something. Okay, it's in. It's in fairly loosely, but yeah, there's no click. See, barrel connectors have this little lip on them, and this design, whoever built this thing, didn't incorporate a lip catcher or a snag inside this port, so it doesn't lock in tight. It's just sort of gripping on there. Yeah, HDMI is the only thing I got, so that's what we can do. This is the cable that was originally plugged into the last screen. I just pulled out the Sanyo. So, where is it? It's really awkward trying to plug things in. It actually helps to have the phone screen facing up at me so I can see what the fuck's going on. All right, which way? That way. It's really awkward twisting the HDMI cables. It's always worrying, isn't it? Get in there, you fucker. All right, now there's got to be an on-off button on this screen, right? If I need to read an instruction book to figure out where the power button is on this thing, then we're all fucked. There is a protrudy bit here, but it's not a button. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's a menu button I just pressed on the back. I could feel it to press. Okay. The menu button on the back that I pressed, that made it say Kogan. Ooh. Automatically fills the space. That is definitely not the correct aspect ratio. But don't forget I'm going through a splitter, and I was wondering what would happen. So stretch is the answer by default. It could have put bars on the sides, or it could have, like the other screens will have remained 1080, I'm sure. Yeah, 1080, right? Nothing's changed there. And in there, that's still 1080 on the ceiling. And now this single screen, it looks like a lot of screen real estate. At the moment, trying to look at this screen as 1920 by 1080. This is the distortion you're seeing. This is the stick of helping peel off all the plastic. So I'll wait until I'm happy with it all. I'm at an upper angle here as well, so I really can't be bothered fucking controlling this tripod and stuff. So you're just gonna have to lower yourself down a bit. Down there, all right. You can see it from different angles now, see? That's low down. Massive amounts of reflection. You can see my reflection there. I'm pretty well lit by the sun, but mostly not. That's a lot of shadow. But to be honest, you're seeing, like, I can see way more through this camera than I can in real life. I look almost crystal clear, right, through the camera, but my reflection is nowhere near that bad when I look at it in real life. Okay, so don't trust the fucking iPhone 16 Pro's camera. All right, let's have a look. I'm going to go into display settings and go to, you can see how the aspect ratios, sorry, the iPhone 16 Pro camera, shit. Okay, okay, there you go. All right, display settings. What'll it let me do through the 4K splitter? I've ordered an 8K splitter, but they're so incredibly rare. There are like 3 of them available in the world, I think. I've ordered one for $112 or something. Okay, let's see. Okay, so currently set to 1920 by 1080, recommended, it says. Yeah, and through the splitter, it won't let me choose anything else. So I'm going to shove this thing into a different port for the purposes of testing, because I don't have the correct splitter, but it's still not even letting me do 4K. I will go and play with the splitter. Let's just come and move, for fuck's sake. Alexa, turn on the mini hole. Okay, so I'm coming out of a GTX 1080 Ti graphics card there, and going into one of these, but it's around, the other one's around the back, but I can, this thing would fucking magnetize this. There you go. This is not plugged in, this one, because I'm not using double screen setups in any rooms at the moment. Okay, so that is a Tesmart 4K 60 Hertz splitter, which is overkill for a 45 Hertz monitor in that situation. And it's popping out in 4 ways over there. But it's actually plugged into a DisplayPort adapter. Maybe I did that for the purposes of stability, because I'm pretty sure that HDMI port right there will give me 4K capabilities at least, maybe 5K, don't know. That's pretty warm, not really, it's okay. Fuck, that doesn't split apart easy. You seeing any of this? There you go. I just swapped it out of the DisplayPort adapter. Sorry, I can't control you. You're just gonna have to use your imagination. I'm not fucking doing any more than this, all right? Let's go back in there and see what has changed. All right, now it's just gone black. What are the other ones? That one's fine. And that one's fine. Don't tell me it lost signal for 1 second and just turned itself off. Is that, because there was no blackout here or anything, right? Okay, going back. Fuck. God damn it. I fucking hate having to film. Little button there. Is it the power button as well? It moved, but I don't know if I accidentally pressed it sideways rather than clicking it inwards properly. The light just went off, so does that mean it's on? I don't know. Doesn't tell me if there's no signal or what the problem is. It's got no light. I assume now it's off. I fucking don't know. Nothing's happening there, so I'm just gonna press it again. Can you see what's going on here? I press it again. Okay, and then after about 1,000 milliseconds, did you see the Kogan logo appeared for a second? Now it's gone away. I don't know why we're not getting signal anymore, given that this screen and this screen are showing full visibility. Also, if that is on right now, I have no way of knowing. It looks the same on as it looks off. Capiche? I'm gonna fucking have to go through this matrix system on the back and check all the connectors back here. Hover there for a second, will you? Is it tight? That's the source cable. I don't know if I trust that properly. I might have to swap out this origin cable from the PC to the splitter. Didn't change anything in the other room. Now, I don't really know how these fucking splitters work. Please don't snag. Thank you. I don't know how these things work. How much power they get drained out of them when they've got 3 monitors, one being a 1080p. This one is actually a 4K LG smart TV, about 65 inches. This little one over here is the Kogan. Maybe I can blame this thing. I'm gonna try and go direct, make sure the fucking screen works. Okay. I'm gonna go direct with, fuck, I've got to go look up what the HDMI wall socket number is. Can you read that for me? What does that say? Down there, go down there. Go quick, 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 quick. What number? Can't see shit. What does it say? HDMI 6? Is that what you saw? Need some fucking light down here, please. One. What does that say? Study, right? Yeah, it does. I fucking went ahead and did that. Okay, good. Right, I'm yanking this one out of there. Balance camera. All right. Tying them all together seemed like a good idea at the time, but it's turned out to be fucking annoying. Don't ever like put all your cable. Don't cable tie your cables together for fuck's sake, or even tape them together. Just label them each, and then just let them all be hanging free so they can do what you want with it. Okay, I'm gonna try and twist the corner here without fucking wrecking the inside of this HDMI. That HDMI is 10 meters long, I think, or maybe less because it's going to the study, so that's only over here. From there to over there, so it's probably only 5 meters. Screen's still black though, but I don't know if this, now it's red. What, now it's on standby mode? That wasn't available option before. I don't know what red means. What the fuck does red mean? Who fucking knows what red means? I have to hold the button longer? Jesus. Why is it so hard? Just fucking work. It's just a screen, right? It's just a fucking screen. I plugged it straight into the back of the computer directly. What the fuck? I don't know what to do. Like, that's fucked. That screen doesn't work. You saw it plugged in, right? It's fucking plugged in. 6 straight out of this socket on the fucking GTX 1080 Ti from Nvidia. I don't know what the fuck GeForce has to do anything, but there were 15 fucking names for that company. It's still red. What is it gonna tell me? Yep, still red. What do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? Tell me what you want me to do. Give me communication. No, fuck it. I'm gonna have to read the fucking instructions to turn on a fucking monitor. Okay, this is what happened. I plugged in output 7, which is a different output over there. Didn't make any difference. That little thing on the back stayed red. I changed all the different settings on the splitter, plugged it directly in and out. Something just happened. I don't know what just happened. I didn't see. That's how well this thing fucking communicates. Is it still blue? Thank God. The thing that made it turn blue in the end, there you go. No signal. There we go. Oh, it just disappeared. Is it just going to come back and not come back when it wants to? I don't know. No signal. Turns on, tell me no signal, and then it just disappears. It could be I have to plug it back into the other one again. Let me tell you something. When you're trying to reach around the back of this thing and find the fucking sockets, there's a lip here blocking you from that direction. If you were underneath, there would be a lip there blocking you from seeing it. It's fucking awkward as fuck. The one thing that made that blue light come in was for me to unplug here the power source and plug it back in again. Then it stopped being red. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right now, I'm gonna say that this white cable is maybe dodgy. Might be that it's too long. The internal wall HDMI is definitely 2 point something. I think it's 2.1, maybe 2.2 HDMI. I don't know what exists at this point in history. I'm gonna go back to using the gray cable. They both could be dodgy, potentially they could both be, but I've been using that screen for about 5 years right here with that cable. So let's go back to the fucking gray one again. Just assume that this white one is dodgy, and then plug the extension for this. I'm not holding this camera yet. This is fucking bullshit. Just guess. All right, so I've swapped that cable. The grey one's now plugged in the back. Very fucking awkward to get that thing in because it's just so badly made. I guess they're trying to allow it to be conforming to a wall, so they've got them downwards, but why would they put that in the way so you can't fucking see shit or feel it for anything? And on this side, I plugged the 6, which is the port we're talking about, back in to the top right-hand port of my GTX 1080 Ti graphics card. Now, that red light's still on. This is what I did last time to fix it, right? Power out, then power. Let's feel it. Oh, that barrel connector's a lot easier to plug back in than the HDMI, that's for sure. Blue light's on now, just because I unplugged it and plugged it back in. That is not a standard, that's not what usually happens with monitors, okay? I have to usually turn them off and on again every time you fucking change the HDMI cable. Now I'm gonna press that button and just pray. Okay, now the light illuminates, deilluminates, unilluminates. Is anything gonna happen? I have no idea. The blue light went out. I know that's fucking active. It stayed unlit. It's just remained unlit, completely unlit. I don't know what's happening. It's just pitch black, pitch fucking black. Can I bring up a menu system here? I'm just gonna joggle it. I don't know what fucking word it is. Here we go. Turn it off again. That made it blue. Oh, then the logo came up. I don't understand this television set. What the fuck? Give me something. Give me something. Dirty fucker. What the fuck? I read the instruction book. It didn't explain what the color of this light does at all. And I could barely find any information online about this screen. So I did nothing that time. Okay, I'm just gonna wait because you never know what's gonna happen. All right, Kogan comes up and just disappears. Is it gonna bring up Windows? Fucking bullshit, man. I'm gonna test out these other monitors and make sure there's no problem with Windows itself. At this point, I doubt it. It looks like that screen just doesn't fucking work. I just hooked up the matrix splitter thing. All right, that one's come on immediately. Still pitch black over there, and well, this one's timed out. All right, not getting anything. Oh, there you go. I don't have a controller in this room. I'd have to go and get it from the other room, but I'm pretty sure that would allow for a higher resolution there. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna turn this, turned red again. Of course it fucking has. Which means you got to unplug it from the wall socket again. Maybe there's a trick. You got to unplug it from the wall socket for like 35 seconds or something. Fucking no idea. No idea. Can't wait to get my fucking new desk and hide all this shit. What am I even wearing shoes in my own house for? Fuck. Get off me, fucker. All right, power cord slipped down here. God damn it. Yeah, I think my new desk, my sit-stand desk that I'm getting from Secret Lab will really change my life. That seems like I plugged in the right thing. There were no other barrel sockets. That went on, it didn't even get me a chance to look. All right. I don't know. Does that turn it off or on? I don't know what. No, it's blank. I'm gonna press it again. Does anything happen? Okay, Kogan logo and anything? No, dead. Jesus. I promise you, I read the instructions. It didn't say what to do if this happens. It didn't say anything about what color the fucking red or blue light or anything is. If it did, I'm fucking blind. Let's have a look. Okay, this is the menu system. To view the OSD, press the power joystick to configure, blah, blah, blah. Operation, insert one end of the... No. I'm not using a fucking DisplayPort cord to use a fucking monitor. Nobody does that. It's all HDMI, dude. Tell me that doesn't matter. Tell me that... I do have a converter. I could do it. if it's really that necessary, I could fucking choose the DisplayPort adapter and go to the HDMI, if that's really how this fucking system works. Connect the power adapter to your monitor and then connect the other end of the power adapter to the power cord. Then connect the power cord to your power source. I don't think we need that information. It is recommended to use a surge protector with adequate voltage if a wall outlet cannot be reached directly. Locate the power button on the monitor and press it to turn the monitor on. And then it doesn't go on from there. That's the final instruction. Are you able to see any of this shit? You're gonna have to zoom in yourself, okay? I'm not gonna fucking edit this nicely, because I haven't got a good editing fucking screen. I wish I had a good editing monitor. I've been using that thing for fucking years, right? This one was blocking my view. All right, this is unrelated. Unrelated, okay? All that is unrelated. So I'm just gonna have to fucking figure it out myself, because the instructions don't tell me what the fuck red and blue lights and shit mean. I'm assuming blue light means connected to a source, red light means not connected to a source, and fuck, I don't know what no light at all means. It seems to change its mind about what that means all the time, right? If I click that button now, it turns off, right? But then does this turn on? No, it doesn't respond to that. And then if I press it while there's no visible light at all. There's not even a standby light or anything on any part of the screen. Nothing. There's no illumination whatsoever anywhere to even show that power is connected to it. That is massively, massively, massively unusual. I've never seen it, ever, in a television of any kind since the 1970s. Let's fucking turn that on. Let's go. Such a delay. All right, I'm gonna fucking plug in this stupid fucking DisplayPort. Turn the fucking light on. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug in that is DisplayPort, isn't it? For fuck's sake, yeah, that's DisplayPort, and goes to a female HDMI. Maybe I can trick that stupid fucking fuzzy screen. It keeps on saying in instructions, plug the DisplayPort in, but it doesn't say anything about HDMI. But what the fuck else would an HDMI socket be for? Something new just happened. It disappeared as soon as it happened, but I unplugged the HDMI cable and fuck. Watch. Yeah, there's the Kogan logo. It should say display not found or something. Or source not found. It did before. Okay, there we go. No signal. It just takes fucking ages to tell you what's going on. Ages. How long should that stay on for? Entering power saving. God. I'm gonna have to find the DisplayPort socket. This could take a few hours to find in the back of that thing, because I'm gonna have to feel my way. All right, let's go. I can't tell you how awkward it is to plug a fucking cable into one of these sockets at the back. It is. I need the phone so I can even see a sort of reflection of what the fuck's going on here. Which is the Sharpie head. Let there be light, fucker. Come here. What's that? Right. Alexa, turn on the green screen. Doesn't help. Alright. God damn it, this is fucking stupidly hard. Get in there, you fuck. What the fuck is wrong with this piece of shit? Why would it, what kind of a human being would decide that this was, we've had screens for years, why is this a sensible approach? You stupid fucks. I want to throw this fucking screen down the stairs. And who invents a non-symmetrical fucking socket? Dumb fucks. Go back in time and just kill everyone who makes bad sockets throughout the ages. Just make sure they die. Just kill them as babies. Alright, what colour have we got now on this fucking thing? Red, of course. What was I thinking? Of course it's fucking red. It's going out. What does that mean? What does that mean? Get the fuck out of my way, you fucking piece of shit. It's about 5,000 degrees in this room, by the way. What's that mean? What does that mean? What's nothing mean? It looks the same as it's not plugged in. What the fuck? Fucking morons. Who builds shit like this? It's plugged into the DisplayPort trickery thing, right? It doesn't care. There's nothing. Still blank. I'm going to go back to putting it through the matrix system. It is in the matrix system right now, isn't it? All right, I'm gonna go direct from the fucking socket number 6. We know it's 6. Study. I'll even unplug it and put in one of my other monitors so you can see that it fucking works, because there's nothing wrong with this. Right, that's the matrix one. I can't see what you're seeing, okay? I'm not aiming the camera at the best of my ability, but fuck, I don't give a fuck. All right, it's very fucking annoying. Now it's plugged in directly. It's plugged in directly. To be on the safe side, I'm going to unplug it from the wall socket again. All right, try to feel my way to putting it back in there. I don't know what you can see, okay? That's it. You can just film yourself. I need 2 hands. All right, the logo came on when I was behind the screen and went off before I could even look at the fucking screen. You see that? Okay. Okay, I've unplugged it and plugged it in again. Into power saving mode. Why are you into powering saving mode? No, move the mouse. Move. Does that wake you up? Does anything wake you up? You were awake before when we were 1080p, remember? What the fuck? Remember when you were all aspect ratioed incorrectly and I was just going to just sort that out quickly? Why can't we go back to that phase? There's no indicator saying this plugged in at all, and then you got to wait 1 second and find out if there's power working. Kogan logo disappears before you can get a chance to see it. I'm going to plug in this small screen, just double check all these cables are working. Okay, there's a size comparison from this 55 centimeter. Alexa, what's 55 centimeters in inches?
55 centimeters is about 21.7 inches.
So it's about 20, that's a 21 inch monitor, and that is a 40 inch monitor. So that's half of that. So I'm getting 2 of those side by side, that's good. But it doesn't fucking work. Now I'm just gonna turn it on and see if the Sanyo TV set fucking works with a signal from the PC. Yeah, it works fucking fine. There's nothing wrong with the cables. Nothing wrong with the cables. I've plugged in HDMI into the HDMI socket, and I've also plugged HDMI into the DisplayPort socket. The only thing left to do is use the cable they fucking gave me and move my screen, my brand new screen, that fucking gigantic thing. It's only 9 kilograms, but I'm fucking hot and bothered. And put it right there on the floor in the mini hallway, right? I can't even get through. If I see if the DisplayPort even works. Otherwise, I'll have to waste all my time open and inspecting the unit for damage, just as they've recommended, because they know most of them are broken. For fuck's sake. Okay, I've got this fucking thing in the hallway now, and I magically felt my way to put the DisplayPort in the back socket there. I'm gonna try to see in the dark for a second and try to plug this in a... What direction is this shit going? What a stupid fucking cable. Alright, now, is it gonna automatically come on by itself? No, shouldn't. Will there be any indicator? No, it's not even plugged into this power. Look at the fucking power brick over here. Okay, the Kogan logo came on with the DisplayPort, was plugged in, just like before. You can see the blue reflection here, so that's the power button. Oh wait, now it says no signal into power saving. It's plugged directly in from, okay, it wasn't plugged in tight. I just pushed it in harder. Do something. DP. Oh, okay, right. Windows, all right. Okay, this fucking thing does work with the DisplayPort socket. I'm not rewiring my house though, because this thing can only tolerate a DisplayPort. I need it to run through HDMI. Fuck, give me a quick, where's an HDMI cable? I'll try a short one straight from there to there. That can't fail, right? If that fails, and we know HDMI does not work on this machine, even though we saw it work earlier, even through the fucking matrix system. I'm gonna go get a tiny little HDMI cord that I know isn't broken and fucking plug it in. Okay, I just plugged in this very short HDMI. The DisplayPort is also plugged in. DisplayPort plugged in there. The HDMI is plugged in beside it. Okay, they're both plugged in. And then this, I think, automatically came up as like a double screen option, where I could do picture by picture, I think it's called. Let's have a look at the keyboard here. mouse. I need a keyboard. No. It's easier. All right. Okay, here's what happens. If you happen to have a PC that's like less than a meter from your fucking screen, you can do this, right? Rearrange, which is your main display, is that right? Is that what it's asking? Select the display below, change the settings for it, press and hold to select the display, then rearrange it. Okay, yeah, that's just the screen on the left and right, okay? Use HDR. These are more options, these are more. What would happen if I unplug? No, you know what I want to do? I want to unplug. All right, what happens if I unplug the, you know what, I'm not going to unplug it from the screen because it's impossible to get it back in, so I'll unplug it from the computer. That's the DisplayPort. And now the screen's blank. Even though the HDMI is plugged in. Oh, there we go, it popped back up. Okay. And that still looks very sharp with HDMI. Let me just double check, that was the one I unplugged. Oh no. Fuck. Yes, it was. So it is running off HDMI right now. It's running off HDMI perfectly, okay? And look, display resolution is set to its default, and it's not too small to see. It's very, very fucking clear. I wonder if there's too much meterage internally. I think it's 5 meters. It goes to that socket over there, and then I've got like another 5 meter cable, so it's 10 total meters of HDMI. But I don't know. I think the second cable is HDMI 1. The internal wall cable's HDMI 2. Maybe probably 2.1, I hope. I don't know. Or just 2. I can't remember. It's not written anywhere. They don't label them. Although they do, don't they? These are all these. There are like a bunch of them coming out of this wall cavity here, going through the walls to all the rooms. Is that labeled with anything? Just my sticker, but is there any printing on the cable anywhere? I don't blame me for just putting these little labels over where it might stay. I'm not taking the stickers off. There's just such cheap fucking cables. They're just... But I insisted they be at least high definition. So, but this is coming directly from my GTX 1080 Ti straight to this monitor. The DisplayPort gave me the same thing, but it also gave me a double screen option. So just... I'll bring up something so you can look at how software works. Okay, so this is Chrome, and that's how much of the screen this takes up. Crystal clear. And from lots of angles, I can see very well. Very well. It's a beautiful monitor, I can tell you right now. Beautiful. But it does not like weak signals coming from HDMI, but it does accept HDMI. I'm going to work on my cabling because I don't think there's anything wrong with this monitor. I think there's a cable problem, or if I can blame this computer, this screen for anything, it might be that it can't tolerate small, low signals. It will only accept massive signals, strong signals from beefy cables that are like very close to the computer. I've been told HDMI drops off for a certain distance, but I've never had a problem with it in this whole house with all the screens that I've got going on, even when I had 8 screens running. Now this one is very fussy with the fucking cables, okay? That one over there, you saw it work fine, right? This one, nothing. So this is a fussy motherfucking screen. I've got to work out my cabling, and then I'll tell you this is good, right? Now, let's just turn on the speakers and see what happens. Oh, you want to play with this fucking... Alexa, I wasn't talking to you, shut the fuck up. All right, I'm going to go here and do this. Alexa, shut the fuck up. All right, now, pressing downwards, it says photo in tiny writing. Movie. Okay, so we're talking about the down arrow is doing this. Game, FPS, RTS. Are you seeing any of this? Standard. Okay, that's, I guess, where we started from. Photo. All right, so photo makes it a bit darker. These are presets. I assume I can... Movie, game. If I press up now, no, up does nothing. I'm pressing up and it does nothing. I don't know if it's broken or if just that's the way it's controlled. FPS, RTS. So if you make a mistake and you want to go back one, you can't. You got to cycle all the way through to get to the beginning again. Movie, game, FPS, RTS, Standard. I'm going to keep it on standard for now. Now I'm going to see what the left arrow button does. Left brings up this menu. Like I wear reading glasses, but I can see that with the glasses. It's not too small. It's very small though. I wonder if that changes resolution when I change the PC's resolution with the on-screen display. Sorry, the menu. If I change the display settings, it timed out after about, I guess, 5-6 seconds. There's an HDR button. Off is on. Off is the setting at the moment. And I just turned it on, I guess, and then now it looks dull. It looks very dull. Everything looks much duller with HDR on, okay? I'm gonna turn HDR off. High dynamic range, isn't it? Isn't that what that means? Isn't that contrasty? Well, it's more contrasty now. The blacks are blacker with this thing off, okay? I don't know when that would be useful. I could change the text to 150. Do I need to press it? Like, I can't see the edge of this window because Windows decided to make it black. I don't think it's the screen's fault, but you'd expect to see some kind of border. I'll give you a different wallpaper, okay? I'm gonna picture. I don't know if I want to show you any of my pictures. Yeah, that'll do, right? Windows. Okay, there's the Windows display. Now I can see the edges, okay? Let's go back to display settings. 150, I changed to 150. I'm gonna change it to 100. All right, that really shrunk it, okay? You don't want 100. That's too small. You could put 1,000,000 of those fucking icons on this thing. Look at it. You can't even see it with the camera. All right, at full 5K, 150 text size is recommended. Massively increases the size, but still gives vivid detail. So what we're seeing here, even the original, is that sticker part of this thing? Is that, yeah, that wasn't ever visible to me when the screen was black. Right. The sticker's still on the screen, by the way. I'm not taking it off until I'm sure this thing's going to work for me, okay? So what you're seeing now has got adhesive all over it. Now, Windows provided this image, and I'm not sure if you can see the graininess of it, but I never knew this had a limit and was not high res enough for a 5K monitor. Oh, but that's right. But nothing's distorted, okay? Let me just tell you right now, nothing's distorted, but I would say this image was designed for 1080p and it's being stretched. So if I did go into personalization right now, I'd find that it's being stretched. Yes, choose a fit, fill, right? That's like stretch. Well, stretch is the same thing. Well, no, it's stretched even more like that, okay? But the pixelation remains, which means, I don't know if you can see, I don't know what you can see. I'm filming through a phone screen, okay? If I showed genuine center fit, okay, fit, no. Anyway, this is a very low resolution image that Windows has provided with Windows 10. It's really grainy. I never knew that. Either that or there's something wrong with the screen. But that's vivid black on that side. The reflections you see on this video are way shinier. Let me just peel this back and see if it still is shiny. No, that's not as bad as it. That's not as bad as that with the shiny. No, okay, so you're getting a bit of a delusional impression here, but it's mostly accurate, apart from the shininess. Okay, let's try this one. This is the Starry Night camping picture. That's really grainy as well. Span. Now, I'm gonna go and find an online. Fuck. I'm gonna find you a decent background picture. Wow, this is super grainy. It's super grainy. And I can hear through the speakers. Can you hear that? This is a trailer. But it's like found footage. I don't know if this is because it's a trailer, but if that's any indication, this is Netflix, right? These are sharp. This is sharp. That's even for that movie that was just showing the really dodgy footage. I guess with movies, it might be okay, but I tell you what, having this widescreen is nice. But don't forget, I've got a 4K massive screen over 65 inch. This is nothing compared to that. But this is just squeezing down a 4K, like chopping the top off it. But I don't feel like claustrophobic yet. Over by the window when I sit down and work, it could be very... I bought it for video editing. So, do you want to look at... I'll open up... Look, I'm just going to shut you off for a second, and then I'll bring you back with Premiere Pro CC. Okay, I'm opening up Premiere CS... Oh, sorry, not CS. CC 2025. Premiere Pro 25, okay. And this is an old file because I didn't want to show you any of my other stuff. Fuck, look how much timeline I've got. Upgrade legacy title. This is an old file. I probably shouldn't have opened an old one, but I only got 2025 installed yesterday because it's still 2024. All right, yeah, I didn't go and locate all those missing files, but let's look at the timeline. All right, just that is an entire project just going past there. I'm sure there are others down further to the left here. I'm going to stretch this all out big because look at that project there, right? I need to hold the Alt key, okay? Just 1 second. All right, that is a lot of visibility for a timeline. I don't know what the fuck this is. Just give me the window, workspace, editing, reset. There we go. Okay, right. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any fucking, like, I need to go and locate all the files and stuff. At least you get an idea of how much screen and real estate. That's all readable to me with my glasses, okay? It's all readable. I'd probably, depends how close I set to the screen, I'd probably size it up, the font and everything a bit bigger. I definitely don't need the bin over there to be taking up that much space. In fact, I don't know why this is a shit workspace. I would drag that to be greedy and just shove all of those things up there, just one by one, eventually just get them all up there, right? Anyway. So there's so much real estate. This is going to be amazing for editing, I swear to God. Okay, and I don't even need that. You can't close that from anywhere, right? That's bullshit. I don't need that. Anyway, and this audio meter, I can just make that skinny. Okay? Look how much space I got here, seriously. And because I'm only doing 1080p edits, like if you did 4K edits, you probably could with a decent PC, or 5K edits even. Like, that's a good screen. I think it's a good screen. Very fussy, shitty inserts on the back, very bad communication. The manual didn't explain what the red light does. Red light seems to mean the source is not coming through. Blue means the source is coming through. But is it on right now? Is the blue light on right now? Oh, fuck. Can't see shit. Yeah, okay. I can see it off my hand. Okay. Good. All right. So when I turn it off, when I turn the screen off, I'm gonna press it now, right? Can you see both sides at the same time? Right, that just disappears. There's no light to say standby or anything. There's no standby light of any kind. Don't have it drawing power in any way whatsoever right now. Maybe you could leave it off for a year and it's not drawing a single fucking watt. Anyway, press that back on. Takes a whole second to even activate. The Kogan logo appears, and that's what I get with HDMI input. Now, going back to Netflix, what would be something with, Alita, let's have a look at Alita graphics, right? Wait, how do I, that's low res, that's not making the most, I'll full screen it. Okay, I'm gonna try and turn the volume up on this thing. I don't know if it's contextual and understands volume. Okay, no, brightness is the first thing it does, right? When I press the up arrow, if I press left, right, no. Okay, no, that surely can't be. Okay, well, that's low res. That's not, definitely not 4K. Pressing the down arrow does that. Volume control, that just did that. When I press to the right, Now this happened. I don't know why this is happening. I have no fucking idea what that means. Alright, I can't show any more of this, otherwise copyright, right? Probably already more than 5 seconds. Alright, fuck. I don't know how to get the volume up and down. Really. Okay, I'm gonna press the down arrow. Movie. Alright, that's just gonna change the setting there. I don't know how many movies on Netflix are 4K, if any. So I don't know if you'll ever be able to make... Look, you can see the blurriness of this. This is definitely 1080 and stretched or cropped. This movie was not designed to be 21:9. That's for damn sure. So it's either being stretched or something. Like, what's going on here? Like, why is that? If I press full screen, why would anyone in their right mind choose it to be stretched? I'm just going to drag along here a bit, okay? Without playing audio, because I don't want to get fucking... All right, now the bars are there and there. If I full screen it, it goes all the way to the edge. I don't know what they're doing. I can only... All the controls for Netflix are still visible at the bottom of the screen. And that finishes up there, right? And that's there. So none of that's cropped. So I don't know what they've done with the movie. Maybe they just detected it's a big screen with Netflix. I'll try Disney Plus. Let's try Disney Plus here for a second, okay? Fuck, I gotta sign in. I removed all my cookies because of Apple TV, all right? That's looking pretty sharp there. And did you see that? Look, oh, that's extremely high res. That's extremely high resolution what they're doing there with Disney Plus, okay? So Disney Plus has understood this monitor somehow. Although, you could see, if we could just go back a second, I don't know how to drag these lines across the bottom here. If I go to that one, right. Yeah, see, her head's chopped off the top there. I'd have to press F11 or something to get this full screen. But you can see the top's cropped off. Nobody would frame anything with the head cropped off like that. So, it's very tight and very shiny and very high resolution, and the text looks great. But I'm not sure about all the other stuff, right? I'll try to get you a 5K image. Okay, I've got the van running downstairs, so I've got to go turn it off. I'm going to take this off. This is probably an 8K image. This is still this adhesive at the back. I'll keep it rolled up and don't want carpet all over it. But this is a beautiful screen, really. The clear area here is the communication and interface on the back controls, and I don't even know how to turn the volume up and down on this thing yet. I hope that bit's in the instructions. The volume control is pretty fucking important, but the speakers are shit, absolutely shit. I didn't expect them to be good anyway. It's good that they've got speakers just so I can check when things are working and not. That's just for like troubleshooting. I need speakers. But yeah, the resolution and visibility and everything else using Windows on this thing is fucking great. The size is good. The curvature seems to be enough when I'm sitting on the floor like this. Don't know what it's like with it right up in my face. Could be too big or too wide. Could be too narrow. Could be not curved enough. I don't know yet. I'll try to talk it up for you, but I've got to do other things and then come back and film maybe later if I can be fucked. By the way, I've just taken the screen protector off, and that's how shiny this thing is. Alexa, turn off the bedroom. Alexa, turn off the studio. Alexa, turn off the green screen. Oh, that's another world. That is beautiful. Very good from side angles. Look at it. Okay, and from above, you can see. Sorry, there's a sensor up here. I can't fucking deal with that. All right, cool. I love the screen. I'm gonna have to deal with cable length, and maybe it's just a matter of getting a shorter cable. But I need a long cable. Once I get the stand-up, sit-down Magnus Pro, I'm gonna have to get a long cable from there to there. So I don't know what to do. And I want 65 hertz. I don't want fucking 45 hertz. So I might have to rewire the wall and just totally change the interior of the house, rewire it through the walls to make the screen work. All right, turns out I was blind. Blue means power on, red means standby. But that's not how it actually happens, is it? You've seen that it doesn't work that way. Unless, no, we know it just goes blank. Press left, return to the previous menu level. Press right, enter the OSD menu and confirm key. Press up and down. Up doesn't work, adjust OSD. Press in, power on or off. That's not what I'm seeing. You saw when I pressed left, it fucking went into presets of screen type, like contrast settings, like movie and game and shit. Surely volume control's not that hard. Like, how do you adjust the volume on that thing? You saw it set at 90%, and the brightness levels were being, I guess I got in there somehow. Audio, do I have to go in there? Let's try that. Zoom out, you fucker. I fucking hate iPhone 16's camera. iPhone 16 Pro. Is that really as... What do we import? Just cinema... I can usually go way wider than that. That's... Oh, alright. I press down and wait straight to game, okay? If I press left... Okay, it brings up this. I'm going to go down here to audio. Left. Audio, mute, on or off, and volume, surely. And then I can go up and down. And it's got a good speed to it, so long as... Does this remember? Like, if I leave now, how do I leave the menu? If I press right, I have no idea what that means. The pressing it in and out just turns it on and off. It does not activate anything. All right, like it doesn't interface with the menu system. All right, I'm gonna press right. That brings up a fucking target. No idea what that does. No fucking idea. It just shows you where the center of the screen is. I'll press up. Oh, up. Now it changes to red. Now it changes to that. What the fuck? I have no idea what that means. Nothing. I have no fucking... I go up and down, just toggle between these modes here. I'll press the other direction. I didn't know what that does. All right, you want to see picture in picture or picture by picture or something? I'll plug in the second, but they're both coming from the same source. It'll be two screens of the same thing, but it would split the screen in half, no doubt. But anyway, you can imagine that anyway. Don't need to. Okay, right. That's how small the writing is everywhere. That's about as much screen space as I had on my other little monitor over there. This is a massive, massive improvement fee. So long as I can get this working over on that desk over there, I'm not fucking sitting in the hall to do this fucking computer. Right? Sorry, I love you, but you're a central computer. You're not a fucking sit next to me computer. So, right. I don't know what else to show you. That's about it. This is a brand new cable from Silkland. I haven't even opened it. It says here, if the fucking iPhone can even focus. Here we go. No, the iPhone focus is so bad, I can't tell you. This is an iPhone 16 Pro, latest phone, something just been released. Okay, there's point in history. HDMI 2.0 cable, like not 2.1. 2 meters long. Don't know about 2 meters. Pretty skinny. We'll see if it fits, because that's the shortest I could. If that even reaches, that'll be as short as I can go. There's no other way. I mean, if this does not work, and I'm pretty sure the internal cable's only 5 meters from there to there. That's only a total of 7 meters of HDMI, and this is at 2.0. The HDMI cable, the little short one I'm using right now, isn't even labeled. They never used to label them. It just says HDMI. That's it. Doesn't say anything about. If you can read the colors, get a clue from that. Looking along the cables, trying to find a clue. Okay, here we go. Here's a bit of a clue. Can you read any of that? HDMI speed. Fucking turn on the light. Shit. God damn it. Alright. This is a cable that works, so that's why it's important that we find out what the fuck it is. Okay, can you see any of this? HDMI speed, HDMI cable with Ethernet, PCHHV21. Don't understand any of that. I'm going to take this one out, and before I go and move it to the other place, like, I mean, I have no doubt that a 2.0, like that, I have had that too long for it to be a 2.1 cable. 2.1 cables are pretty much brand new technology. Right. It's one of those cables that doesn't like to be twisted very much. UHD, 4K, Silkland, that's it, doesn't say 2.1 on it anywhere, so nobody would ever know what this rating. 2.0. We just know from the bag, cables are just never labeled properly. All right, let's just fucking go plug the whole thing in and see what happens. Okay, we can see that monitor's getting signal straight out of HDMI port 6. This is the new Silkland one. Okay, we're gonna swap that out here. Put that there. It's only 2 meters long, okay? It's extremely short. All right, probably won't reach. I plugged the power in. I can't hold the phone. All right, I've managed to swap the cable from that one over to this one. And what do we got? A red light, fucking great. I'll unplug the power and plug it back in, see what happens. God, this is fucking awkward. Get in there, you fucker. I can't, it doesn't click. I'm just gonna trust that that is plugged in. Doesn't feel like it is, but it's wobbly. What color have we got? Good color? Good, blue. All right, ready? Don't be that fussy, it's only fucking 2 meters, right? 2 meters, 2 plus 5, that's 7 meters. Surely that's not too long. You're fucking kidding me. Giving me nothing, brand new 4K cable. What color is this thing gone? Oh, that's right. You think it's on and off, like just now 1 second later, maybe that's gonna do something, okay? Kogan, all right, logo. Now, let's see. What a fucking stupid interface. Come on, come on, come on. You gonna show me anything? I can see the blue light in the window reflection over there. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's not telling me. What does that mean? Does that mean it's connected? That's on? We were getting full signal over there with a much longer cable. This is giving me fucking nothing. So if it's got like a 99% strong signal, it'll just not turn on. Fucking piece of shit. That's ridiculous. That is such bad fucking programming, I can't tell you. That's fucking stupid, man. I'm gonna take that shit off too. Right, make it look a bit nicer. So proud of my new screen. That fussy fucking... That would have been nice if that had stayed in one piece as I pulled it off. If I send this back for warranty, I probably won't. I'll probably just rewire my fucking whole house to make this screen work. But this is bullshit. So, I'm quite confident from there, internally, to there, I ran as short a cable as possible. It was about 5 meters. There's a bit of slack under there, but not much, I reckon. Then straight out of there, that goes into a 4K cable. That's a 2.0 HDMI cable. The other one, that little blue-ended one that I showed you, that one right there, that's definitely not more powerful than that cable. That's probably a HDMI 1 cable. It's an HDMI 2 cable, and I know through the walls, I made sure it was 4K compatible, so it's definitely at least HDMI 2 running through the walls. And it's only about 7 meters. That's fucking bullshit. I don't know what to do. Do I need to move my entire PC over there and just rewire the house from that PC through the walls somehow and put like fucking female to female connectors to make the rest? That would extend the cable length from that to my main, like, this is set up for me just at the moment. When I have guests, I make this place look nicer, right? But fuck me. If I get a weak signal on that thing, I'll be fucking fuming because that one can't fucking get it up. It's like a panda bear. Holy shit. Well, that's the conclusion. This thing does not fucking work with just standard length cables. You need to sit like 1 meter basically from the PC. And I don't know who does that. I think most people have a central computer these days with like internal wiring, if they've got their own house, right? Going through the walls so HDMI sockets appear in every room. This is awesome. I love having a central computer. That's a central Wi-Fi distributor from there and everything else. The Ethernet comes out of there. It's perfect. Everything works perfectly. From there to reach the kitchen, so I can listen to audio from there. Any further away, it fucking starts breaking up. Holy shit, what a fucking heartbreak. But you can see the monitor works really well. It's much better than that one, I can tell you that. Except that one works. This one does not work. The red Essendon Bombers colour signature is childish, but it's only $700, so who cares? I'm not looking at the back of it. It's embarrassing when people see through the window, though. It looks like I'm like a little kid in here trying to play computer games or something, which I will be. But, man, that is... I can't move it further into place because 2 meters is already too short. See? If I move it, there's no slack. That is all plugged in nicely. That is all running. If I take this, just to prove it to you, what colour's little fucking button now? What does that mean? It's on? Standby mode? What the fuck? That does nothing. Oh, okay. Blue. Right. Come on. Shit. That's just so stupid, that design. That does nothing. Now, if I yank out, so you can see in the reflection it's blue. If I yank out this HDMI cable, boom, that's the new Silkland, brand new Silkland 4K cable. Then it says no signal. So what it was showing me a second ago was what it saw as the signal into power saving. Now, if I take this one, right, and I just plug it in here, what orientation is it? Hurry up. Embarrassing me. Oh, please. Did Windows go to sleep? Windows go to sleep? That is set to HDMI 1, right? This screen. Or is this brand new cable broken? Or is it coming out of the wrong port? Okay. HDMI 6. Going into HDMI 1. My PC doesn't fall asleep that quick. Okay, what we got? Volume, channel, source. These things fucking buttons. Here we go. I press down. No. Source. Source. Okay. Now I just release. That would just activate it, right? Like a spring, like letting go of a mouse button. Yeah, see? Perfect signal. No problem. That's source. I've picked the source. That thing, surely I don't have to pick the source. Like it was already plugged into HDMI over there and it was active. Nah, God, I'm exhausted. I've got to go turn the van off. It's just been sitting there running, engine running for 2 hours while I've been setting this shit up. We're going to make sure it works. Fuck. Anyway, that's, what do I give it out of 10? Fuck, 10 probably. Except for the fucking fussiness of the cables, which is going to fucking destroy me. I don't know what to do. That's a brand new fucking 4K cable. It's only 2 meters long. It looks like I'm going to have to move my PC into the fucking office, which means I can't lock this up during times when I rent this place out after I clean it for Airbnb. It will fuck me very hard. Fuck it. Alright, I reckon this direct cable going straight out of the PC into the Kogan is about 5 meters. Now let's see if a 10 meter cable will work directly. It could be that all the plugs and switches and things are losing data strength or something. I'll just plug this in, see what happens. Fuck, I really get under there again. Just to be thorough, I plugged this 5 meter cable from the splitter. Now the splitter works perfectly fine in the bedroom and in the lounge room. And on the Kogan, the blue light is on, but the screen's blank. So that, I don't know if I have to unplug it and plug it in again, or I'm pretty sure. Okay, come on, Kogan symbol. That means it's on. No, it's just got no signal. All right. It's cable. So far, cable length has not been the main problem potentially. It's been plugs where it's lost strength all the way through. Either with that or just coming out of the wall socket. So let's see if a 10-meter cable can directly link straight into the back of the PC. If that's the case, I don't know what I'm going to do with the video card, if I can duplicate multiple outputs so I can, you know, walk from room to room and just continue watching a movie like I always have. Let's see. Okay, the results are in for the 10-meter cable direct from the PC, from the Nvidia GTX 1080 Ti, with an old HDMI 1 cable. I'm getting nothing from that. Let's just check this cable actually works. I'm not putting it back in, so fuck it. Getting up in there is fucking difficult as fuck. And now I'm gonna plug it into the back of this thing. See if this cable even works, because that is a consideration. I've gotta double check everything. Is it awful, doesn't want a twist cable. Yep, works perfectly, it's fine. Okay, and I'm editing this video here. I would like to edit it there, but I'm now going to go and research whether or not, because I really don't want to move my central computer. This is just, everything's perfect in there, away, and close the doors and it's just out of sight and just technology in the walls, right? I'm going to go research whether or not a DisplayPort cable can go longer distances without dropping or not. I'll wrap this cable up and pack all the shit away, because the best I can hope for is a 5-meter cable running from a PC on the ground, or buy the attachment for my new stand-up, sit-down Magnus Pro from fucking Secret Lab when it arrives, because it has a PC holder that goes up and down, but I need to distribute everything from that PC to the rest of the house. So I don't know how the cable, the whole thing about the new desk I'm getting is that there are no cables visible at all. But this will fuck it, everything. If that fucking monitor can't handle it. So yeah, I'm gonna go look at DisplayPorts and how that works. Unluckily, HDMI can generally support longer distances than DisplayPort cables. It could cause data loss from both of them. Is there such a thing as do you talk about any extenders or anything? Longer cables can cause poor pound picture quality loss, blah, blah, blah. Other factors to consider. Can a fucking, what do you call it, Cat 6 or Ethernet cable be converted into, you know, DisplayPort at the other end? I don't know, I'm gonna look that up. I need to go further, faster, maybe fiber optics or something, and just convert to fiber optic and convert to fucking DisplayPort at each end, maybe, I don't know.
Solution, but while I was looking for that, I came across this. This is just one example of sending HDMI over a network cable. It's an EX165C Plus from a company called Ori. They've got a website with a load of different AV solution type devices. This, I think, is the cheapest HDMI over Cat 6 cable option, and it's done the job that I needed. I can now watch the video on this TV from a source elsewhere, and with the remote I can control it all down here as well. There's no difference whatsoever with regard to the video quality, the audio quality.
Awesome. What are we looking at here? No, that's not it. One of these extender. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to spend some money here. This is for the Magnus Pro desk that I've ordered and paid for, which was about $1,300 with all the accessories. What I didn't order was an Ethernet input at the base, which goes up and down with the desk as you know, as you raise and lower it. $54. Don't know what the delivery is. They won't let me amend my order. I might try to email them and see if they could just chuck it in with the rest of my delivery. Don't know why that would be hard. It only takes Ethernet. Which ones? Doesn't say if it's Cat 6 rated. So I'll get a Cat 6 cord, and then I'll get, which is much more expensive, the Ori, where is it? One of these Ori extender things. Maybe a 4K. Hopefully that will work for the 5K somehow. I mean, I don't know. I gotta run more tests. I don't want it to get all squished or fucked up or anything. I want this to work. But this is, how much are these things? Is this just fucking showing you all my address and everything in this video? Fuck. What is this? I don't understand. Show me the back of it. It's gotta be HDMI, right? Yeah. This is similar to what that guy was talking about in the video, I think. 24th to the 3rd of January, fuck that. No, I want it now. But then I gotta wait for that thing in as well. It's the 14th of December. I'm not waiting that long, no. Just use my fucking screen. Fuck. No, anyway, that's $150. I don't know if this is the right thing. I really need an 8K one. I don't know what that costs, but you can see I can solve the problem, I think, because this is powered, right? In the pictures it doesn't really show a power cord probably because I want to keep it neat. But you need to know if it's powered or not. Show me the sockets. I need it to be powered. No, it doesn't look like it's powered. This would probably not be strong enough if it doesn't require a power source. I need it to boost. So what I would do is go to my cupboard and is this one even powered? From the other sides. No, that's just, what does that do? That's not even anything. That doesn't have the, no, I need Ethernet to go that distance. HDMI is not going to cut it. So, fuck. No, it's not going to work. I need to use Ethernet, I think. Also, Ethernet will go into that leg of that device, and hopefully I can just come out the other end of the extender. Whatever, none of these probably. I'll keep looking, but I'll come in through the leg. I hope I don't have to pay separate shipping for it, but I might have to. I don't know. Right, I go into the leg of my new desk, come out the other end as one of those extenders, and then go from that into a very short HDMI cord. So I'll have a short HDMI cord going into my splitter from the PC, then another very short HDMI cable with I don't know, maybe a 10 meter or maybe 6 meter Ethernet running through. I can probably rig that up. All right, I'll work on it, but it's gonna cost me about $250, $300 to fix this, to make that monitor work. Fucking big money for the fucking monitor not fucking understanding a signal. I just can't see a cheaper solution. I have spent so many hours shopping around for DisplayPort to Ethernet and back again, extenders and so on. Now I'm looking at 10 meter fiber optic DisplayPort cables. Incidentally, I have duplicated this monitor onto the short cable here that's giving me the same feed. I'm thinking if I go into the Nvidia experience, the GeForce program or whatever, I'll be able to change the settings, the aspect ratio for the second monitor and the resolution on the second monitor. I was just looking in forums about it. I've got so many tabs open, I don't know where it is. Yeah, here we go, this guy. Most people just said, no, you can't do it. But this guy says, here's how to do it. Must duplicate the high resolution inside Nvidia control panel. I'm gonna try to do that now. And instead of all that other shit that I was gonna buy, all those converters and adapters and things, I'll try to get a long cable. And I'm going to try to cancel my Ethernet extender because I can't find the other components to make it work. Like it, definitely not at, like it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get fucking 8K or 2.1. I've got a GTX 1080 Ti that's capable of using HDMI 2.0B instead of 2.1, but it's still got enough resolution to fill my screen. Anyway, like if I go on this screen right now, if I go down here and I choose the resolution, this is a 4K monitor right in front of me right now, but depending on where I've plugged it into, which port, all right, here, it says 5, okay, look at that. Okay, so that's what happens. That's the resolution of my 5K monitor in the other room. So now that's what it looks like here, just using basic display settings on Windows home screen. And, oh, it reverted, I fucking just reverted. Wait 1 second. Do you want to just trust me or do you want me to fucking do it again? Here we go. 5120 by 2160. There is no option to put it at 4K because of the port in the... I won't keep changes because otherwise it'll find it's got to hurry over to see the screen quickly. See? And of course, on this screen, I would have to change text size. Hopefully I can do all that in the Nvidia control panel. Okay, I'm in the Nvidia control panel now, and I can actually see on this screen the actual name of the Kogan product. It's called a Cam N40 DQUCWA. So I'm going to try and change all that. Okay. Okay, this is clearly squelched in with low res and everything on that screen. I've tried using the Nvidia control panel, but it's asking me to upgrade. This one's perfect. I've put the font size at 150, make it quite readable, and everything's in 5K on this one. But on the other one, it's kind of warped. If I go to display settings, I have duplicate monitors, which is what I want. I want all screens to be the same in that bedroom and over there. I've set it to 5120 by 2160 on all screens, even though that's just an that's just a 1080p short throw projector up there, and that is just a 4K screen there. Okay, and then what I did is I went into Nvidia control panel and went down to adjust desktop size and position and clicked on the television, which is plugged into that box, which is a splitter, and it goes out to that screen and that screen simultaneously, whereas this one is actually plugged into its own. I could potentially do triple and make that natively 1080p and that one natively 4K and that one natively 5K, I think, if I plugged them all and just got rid of the splitter completely, which might solve a couple of problems. But I don't know, it could be a good solution to do that, but I'm just going to focus on this for now. So I've chosen no scaling, because if I choose full screen, it'll stretch, and if I choose aspect ratio, I can't remember, I think it just squeezes, I can't remember, those two seem similar. Let me just try it. So full screen on the other monitors. If I press apply here now, takes about 3 seconds. Okay, so that's the full screen where it's stretched. Obviously it's all very warped and unreadable. They've just stretched it vertically upwards, so it's not skinny. And the other one is will revert in a second on its own. Okay, so that was full screen. And the aspect ratio option does... Where's the apply button going? That must have been the one I was already on, because there's no apply button. If I press full screen and press apply, I don't remember what I did the first time. Forgive me. It just looks the same. It's just stretched. So I think those two do the same thing. I don't know why there are three options like that. I was just looking at something online. Let me see. Oh yeah, AutoHotKey script. Let me just get my... It's just reverting again. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, where's my Chrome? Over here. Check in the corner. Alright, there you go. So I'm gonna use AutoHotKey script. I'll put this key, I'll just copy what somebody else has figured out, so I can just assign like control 1 and control 2 to just instantly whatever screen I'm at, just because if I walk past that screen and it's set to this resolution, just by default I'll keep it at not squeezed, so it'll have bars on the top and bottom, and same in that other room. Right, at least I can see the movie to scale. Like if a movie was playing, it would not be full screen here. But if I was in the kitchen, you know, getting some toast, right, I'd still watch the movie a bit squeezed. Or I could just know that I'm walking to the kitchen, just press Control 2 and just, it'll be proper there and warped there, or just low res there. But then when I go back into that room, I'll make it nice again by pressing Control 1 or whatever. So I'm gonna set up AutoHotKey now. By the way, I have already set up an AutoHotKey for Control 1 and Control 2, which toggles between duplicate and extend. And as you can see, that screen's just now changed to be different from this one, so they're now extended. And if I press Control 1, I'm not seeing anything happening. Oh, it did work, it just was delayed. And now it's duplicated again. So I'm gonna add that extra bit of script into this same file so that maybe Control 3 and Control 4 will set the aspect ratio and the resolution of all screens to this or to that, which is probably 1080, so I can sit back on the couch and stuff. And also, I should tell you that I've got extend and duplicate, which is what I call this HK file, AutoHotKey file. Let's see, I'm just gonna have to right click on it, but edit script. Oh, fuck. No, I don't know what I just pressed. When it's so small like this, I'm accidentally clicking buttons. Edit script, there you go. Right, it's just a text file. I made it in Notepad actually. Okay, so this is one of the startup programs, I think, in Windows. So it starts automatically. Right, so that symbol there, that little up arrow is, I guess, the code for control, the button control, and 1 is 1, obviously. So if you press those two at the same time, then that will run C drive Windows System 32 display switch exe clone return. So clone is basically duplicate, but in the Windows code it's actually called clone, and then extend is still called extend in Windows coding. Right? And so with AutoHotKey we're running Windows commands through the DOS basically, and I'm going to continue by pasting in this new code that I'm just going to steal from that website. Where is it? From this guy here. Ultra wide master race. Okay, so he knows it's for ultra wide stuff, so this is all about ultra wide, so that's why people are doing it. So I'm going to definitely add this code to my file so I don't have to make a new file. And he's using Control 1 to change resolutions and stuff, but I still want the ability to be able to duplicate and extend in case I have dual monitors around the place whenever I feel like it. So I'll maybe just change his code to 3, 4, 5, 6 or whatever. So I contacted Secret Lab via their form on their website and asked them to cancel my latest order of the leg part that extends up and puts an Ethernet neatly in the leg of the thing. because it's got magnets that sort of cover over some of the wires anyway. And if it's only just one, and I'll need USB as well, but I'll need some sort of USB extender, which I've added. USB to Ethernet here. I mean, I could run, because I'm running that up the leg anyway, I might as well just keep it all black. So I should choose a black cable. These claim to be, you know, DisplayPort 2.1. I think my 1080 Ti, the GTX, the graphics card only has DisplayPort 1.4. So this is overkill. So I could probably save some money just while I'm thinking about stuff and just get a 1.4, because I can't, this cable's too good for my graphics card anyway. So at $68, I don't have to spend that much. I could just go down to a 1.4 cable and just, but I need it to go through, and modern cables have something called fiber optics inside them. Maybe that, I thought that would require power, but maybe inside there's a chip that it gets power from the computer and then and just converts electricity to light and decodes it on the other end. I don't know, but it's good. I'm so glad it's so compact. I was about to buy all this shit, try to get these, like, for example, HDMI extenders using, and this would only be 4K at 30 hertz. And I've been watching a lot of videos to learn what 30 hertz looks like compared to 60 hertz, and it's like this, it's fucking terrible. So smooth 60K at least, right? And with DisplayPort, if I get a DisplayPort, this can do 75 hertz, this Kogan monitor. So I want to maximize that, and at the cheapest price possible. So even though I'm getting rid of this and replacing it all with a DisplayPort extension cable, which I'll try to neatly run along the ground and through the conduit along the wall and over to the leg, that it will rise and fall, which means there'll be slack on the cable. So I need to have somewhere where it's going to fall down. It won't be neat, you understand? In the case of the in the case of the Ethernet, I could make that neat for the USB, but I don't know. I just cancel it. I probably shouldn't have, but there'll be at least two cables, because I want my Yeti microphone to sit up on that desk, and USB from this computer to there, it's too far and it doesn't work. So I need like USB 2 at least to get some power to the microphone with headphones plugged in and stuff. So I'm just gonna maybe just get these converters and one of these, because I don't need the little one anymore, because there's no other end. It's just from here to there. It's gonna go one of these straight across through that to the other one, all right? And then hopefully that'll just work, because this is a better, like, I don't know, wiring than USB wiring or something. Hopefully I don't need a powered thing to go less than, I don't know, 10 meters, because we're talking about going out the back of the computer, down along the wall around there, and going up there across, and then when the table rises it needs to go up high and down again. So I'll get a 10-meter cable. I can put extra slack inside this cupboard anyway. I just don't want to have to move my computer and all the fucking cables throughout all the walls of the house away from that cupboard. That's why I'm doing all this, and it's been fucking exhausting. All right, I'm going to continue with this mission and get rid of this, and instead I'll put it on the wish list so I'm not going to forget. But then yeah, I'll get the 10-meter fiber optic DisplayPort cable. I've come to realize that I will probably want a bit more power than just, I think it needs to be powered. And the USB 2 extender, like this one, $100. That's the receiver and that's the transmitter. I'm kind of regretting cancelling the extendable leg now. It would make, because I'm really neatening up my desk, so 1080p at 60 hertz. I don't know why they're mentioning that. It's not even relevant. This is USB. I don't know what they're fucking talking about. You can't run USB. You can't run images from a USB 2 socket. So This gives you it gives you 4 USB sockets. It's got 204 very healthy reviews here. So I don't know how many amps each socket's putting out, but it's definitely sending data. I might have to get this thing, uncancel the leg thing, and then get both of those cables that I was going to get and keep it all neat, and then the only cable that I'll need apart from this will be the fucking DisplayPort cable, 10 meter fiber optic. That's about as neat as I can get, I think. Otherwise I'll just run both of those cables straight up the leg, and it'll just be floppy and hang down whenever the table gets lowered, which is wasteful really of what I'm buying. That's not the desk, by the way. You know, I'm talking about a Magnus Pro 12, like 50, it's like a $1,200 desk. Anyway, I'm going with Amazon because it's fast delivery and I can send back returns within 30 days. It's great, but it's terrible for sellers. They mistreat their sellers. I used to be one. It's fucking shocking. But the problem is Amazon doesn't stick to your search terms. It just tells you things that have the words in them. There's no way to put, you know, inverted commas or anything around words, or, you know, press the minus button if you don't want the continual fucking wrong thing to show up all the time. It's hectic. It's easy if you want to buy common standard things that everybody buys, but when you're buying components, it's fucking bullshit. Amazon sucks for that. Wow, now that I've stumbled upon fiber optics, I'm thinking about getting rid of Ethernet altogether, and now I might just get a 10 meter USB connector extension cord, and then I can do what I want at that other end with this end, right? And because I've chosen white for the other one, and this is silver, I can grey. I guess I could choose black, but if I'm having two neat cables coming out the side, it's probably better if they're not dangly black ones. If it was just white and blue or something, it might look nice, maybe. I don't know. Maybe white and grey. 10 meter. 36 bucks. That's a better deal than 110 trying to deal with USB 2 and all that shit. God, thank God for that. Don't have to deal with Ethernet. Alright, that obliterates Ethernet completely. I don't need Ethernet at all. There's fiber optics built into these cables these days. I didn't know that. That's a billion times better. In terms of hubability, like, you kind of need to understand which desk I'm buying. I wanted to consider an ultra wide with a hub built in, so you plug in one USB from the computer and then all data and power come through the monitor and plug in. But that's not as neat, you see, as coming out of the fuck is the desk? Alright, just quickly, what's it called? Secret Lab. Okay, Secret Lab chairs. Alright, this is the desk I just ordered, the Magnus Pro, Secret Lab Magnus Pro, okay? This one. See that? That's what's being sent to me. It's about 70 kilograms. It's got integrated buttons over here, right? So you can raise and lower, and it's got 3 settings, so you just press it once. It's got a worm drive in there, holds up to 120 kilograms on it. You can sit on there, and it raises you up off the ground if you're less than 120 kilograms. But yeah, I'm going to place that order with Amazon. I feel like, not Amazon.com, Amazon.com.au. Okay, let's go to cart. It's $104 for these two things, but given the alternatives, it was crazy. I could probably get cheaper, but they probably don't make fiber optic cables that are slow anyway, so I might as well pay these prices. I'll be very happy with it. So, by the way, I hadn't finished what I was talking about with the hub, right? I don't think this screen does act as a hub. Like, for example, these two, down the bottom here, see, there are a couple, oh fuck, it's my hand. Okay, yeah, can you see that? A couple of USB-A sockets. Don't know how many amps they put out, but you know, if I want to charge anything from there, it's just convenient, right? But I do want to power things neatly, so I should maybe buy a hub. Like, for example, I've got wireless phone chargers and all sorts of things like that, and I want to charge my iPad. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put a hub down there for sure. So because the desk is all metal, these things are magnets and they give you cable management, and they just slip down into the desk tray, which is all hidden in there, right? It's all hidden there. That's like another magnet. You can hide cables under it. And it all goes into this flip lid thing. And yeah, I get the package set with what I got, so it comes with that as well. So this hub from Anker, this fiber optic 10 meter USB 3 extension cable, and this DisplayPort 2.1 cable comes to $124. Okay, this is the link to the AutoHotKey quick switching from ultra wide master race, and he's given explanations of how it works. And I've made alterations here because this screen here is 5120 by 2160. So 1 and 2 is just duplicate and extend if I have dual monitors. 3 and 4, control 3 or control 4 on the keyboard. I don't use them for anything else, right? I don't have any games where control 3 and control 4 are used. I know sometimes when you're recruiting soldiers in certain RTS games, I might change the shortcut key. He's copied me, right? He uses control 1 because it's just super easy, right? And I hardly ever use it for anything else. So I've got 3 is, I don't know what 32 means, but he said to keep it, so I'm just copying what he said. And then it's 1920 by 1080 and 60 hertz. And then change resolution goes in control 4, 5120 by 20, oops. Sorry. $5120 by 2160 at 75 hertz. And I just kept all the rest of his code. That's all I changed. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Okay. I'm gonna relaunch it. Where is it? Down here, extend and duplicate. That will automatically run this file on Windows Startup as well, by the way, because I've put it in the startup files. And God, this fucking phone. An older instance of this script is already running. Replace it with this, yes. Okay, so now the new script should be active. Okay, and I'm gonna press Control 3. Should take this down to 1080p at 60 hertz. Yep. And it should do it for all monitors. Yep. So that's a nice size for me when I'm sitting here and just further away from the screen and stuff. And it should, because it's going through that splitter, working there. Yep, just in bed. That is a 1080 projector. So that's control 3, wasn't it? And then control 4 should put everyone back up to control 4 did nothing. Control 3 did nothing. Control 4 did nothing. Did he do bad code so I can't keep switching? What is going on here? Control 3, Control 4, no. Error. Is it because I set it at 75 and some of those screens can't handle 75? Is that what it is? Do I have to keep it down to 60? I am limited probably to 60 anyway, even though I am using a 5. I might not be, I don't know. Yeah, if you click on the file and that you made, where the fuck's gone? Yeah. Right click on it and then go to edit script. I don't know that I've made any other mistakes here. I'm just going to change that to 60 and refresh it, and hopefully he hasn't written bad code that forces it to not allow it to keep going forever. Because you know I can switch between duplicate and extend as much as I want, or I could before I added his code. But I don't know how to code, so I just copied it, right? I'm just gonna save that, and then double click it, overwrite the old one, yes, with the new one. Okay, now I'll do Control 4. Okay, that's definitely given me a nice, it's still readable. See, it's already set to 150. I don't know how that was embedded in the code, that it should be 150, the text size. Let's just double check the other screens have complied. That one definitely has. Still kind of readable, but you know, I'll press Control 3 to get back to the one. Let's just see that Control 3 works. Otherwise the code is definitely dodgy. Okay, it works now. It was the 60 hertz, it had to be 60, not, right? Okay, and let's put it back to 110, let's put it up to 1080. So I can quickly switch from whatever room I'm in, just by pressing Control 3 or Control 4. Control 1 and Control 2 are irrelevant for me, pretty much for the foreseeable future. Because I don't have 2 monitors in any room, and I definitely don't need 2 monitors in that room anymore. Probably don't need it in that room either, or that room in there either, but yeah, I could potentially bracket out 1 and 2 and just make this 1 and 2, because 1 and 2 is easier to reach. Reaching over to 3 and 4 and finding it with your fingers in the dark. I mean, this is a backlit K830 keyboard with trackpad, right? But 1 and 2 are better. Yeah, maybe I'll assign extend and duplicate to 3 and 4 instead, or just bracket them out somehow. I'm not sure exactly what the code is in this software to I'll just look it up. AutoHotKey script. What the hell? It's going all the way off the screen in that direction over there. I don't know why. My Chrome is over there somewhere. I'm just gonna, can you reset the positioning? There's no duplicate monitor. I'll make sure it's set to duplicate. And then try and open Chrome again. Well, now it doesn't work. It's moved because the screen size has changed. I'm gonna duplicate the monitor. So I just duplicated it. So now this screen will be different from the other screen. So there's Chrome there, but it's not on that screen because that's screen 1 and that's screen 2. But if I now press duplicate, what? I press Control 1, what the fuck? It's not doing anything. Oh, there it is. Okay, it just was slow to react. I might have undone what I tried to do. Are they duplicated? Yeah, that's duplicated, okay. Now, I got Chrome back. Okay, it looks like I need to keep duplicate and extend just to fix the problem quickly of when I reduce size down from 5K down to, what is it, 2K, 1080p? Yeah, that's gonna be my quick fix to just bring everything back on the screen by extending and then duplicating again. So I guess I gotta keep it. Oh well, that's perfect then, I guess. I think this is the least problematic system, given that I want to be able to see it. Like if I watch a movie right now, and I can't show it on camera very well, but if I go into, let's see, a real life example, right? Real life example. Go over here. I go into, say, Netflix. Okay, I'm signed out. That's That's not good. That can't be normal. That refresh rate is ridiculous. What's happening on this screen? That's really fucking jittery. Oh, God. I hope it isn't his code. That's really... Why is that happening? What if I press on something on YouTube? Surely. Hopefully this is not going to happen.
As creatives, we
Yeah.
wish that our jobs would be
Okay, it's not a problem. It's a Netflix problem. I'll refresh that. I'm refreshing Netflix. It's happening again. I don't know what the fuck. If I press Blue Beetle here, is that going to be slow and jumpy as well? I don't know what's going on. Netflix can't handle this. Maybe too much stuff is open. 1 second. I think it might be Chrome's fault. What we got going on down here? CPU. GPU is only using 1%. Ethernet should be fine. I've got a fast internet connection. Memory's only using 14.7 out of 32 gig. Yeah, Netflix seems to be a problem. I might have had too many tabs open for too long. I'm just going to drag out one of the tabs, separate it, close all the others. Yeah, okay, it's all working. It works. It's all fine. Okay. So use AutoHotKey program, make that file, and then I'm gonna mute that. Okay. That's the speakers here, by the way, that you're listening to. Just remember, changing the volume on this screen is just ridiculous. I didn't figure out a good way to do it, and there's certainly no way to do it from here. I would always have a separate speaker from that. But yeah, what was I trying to do? Yeah, test this out. Control 3. Okay, that's made it 1080. Now, imagine what this is gonna do when I extend it, make it like, what is it, 3 times wider or something? Control 4, right. It's happening in that room as well. I can see it flickering out, and in that bedroom as well. Okay. Hey, it decided to stay. It embraced the right. Okay, this is looking good. Once I get that fiber optic cable coming from my central computer across the floor and over through the conduit and up onto my super duper table, it'll be fucking awesome. And the USB as well, so I can keep my microphone and everything working and run ports out of it. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm very happy with this monitor. Buy one, $700. And also, I've also bought a Kogan heavy duty stand, which can take 15 kilos. And you see how light this thing is. I've been moving it around all over the place. It's easy to carry, very easy. 9 kilograms, weighs as much as a backpack. By the way, with my current settings, it automatically loads up at this screen's resolution. So by default, when I turn the computer on, that's the resolution. Now, I need to double check that Premiere didn't like the switch and it was getting stuttery, but I don't know if that was because the GPU was just going crazy. It could be because I'm using multiple ports on the back of my GTX 1080 Ti, and it's much more, I don't know, effort for the GPU to do anything. So let's see what happens. I'm going to be editing in this room because I don't have a nice place over there yet. I don't want to sit on the floor while I edit this, so let's just test out Premiere. First things first, I've got to change it to 1080. Maybe the startup programs hadn't loaded yet. I don't want to press it twice just in case. It looks like it's not loading anymore, doesn't it? I'll try, maybe Is 1084 or 3? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 3. Maybe it just really hadn't started up yet. Okay, I just did it again. I haven't touched anything else. I pressed Control 3 just then, and let's wait and see. There you go, it's doing it, it's just slow. Okay, that's how long it takes to switch. And I don't recommend just going 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, because I think it's hard on the GPU or something. So I'm gonna go into Premiere now, and I'm gonna check out if it's running smooth. Okay, so I just switched on Premiere, and it's loading. I'm just gonna press the up button to get myself back to the start of the clip. That happened instantly. And I'm just gonna press play, spacebar. I've got headphones on, so you're not gonna hear anything. Yeah, it's smooth now. It wasn't smooth until I restarted the computer after all the shit that I did. Plus I did a complete graphics card firmware update. So this looks good, okay? It's no problem. When I switch now in Premiere, you want to see me press Control 4? Of course you do. Ready? Control 4 in Premiere. Right, not touching anything. Just wait, it takes a while. Okay, and it does that. And we know what's happening on the other screen as well. If I press play now, it's still running smooth on this screen. I assume, of course. Yeah, it's running smooth on all screens. Yeah. If I use this keyboard over here, press Control 3 again. It's okay, just change back to 1080. It's perfect. Stop the headphones making noise in my ears. All right, that's it. I'm gonna plug you into this thing and transfer all the footage off here. By the way, this will plug straight through the new fiber optic cable into my PC. So I won't ever have to come and kneel down on the floor each time I want to plug into the computer ever again. I'm so grateful that I found fiber optics. Okay, these splitters, like this one, right? I've stopped using it completely. It's completely unplugged. 1, 2, 3. All those shortcut AutoHotKeys that I showed you work because I went into here, set up multiple displays. I right-clicked on the first one. This is an Nvidia control panel, if you've got an Nvidia card. Right-click on there, and that's not it. What is this? Why can't I? Oh, because it's an instructional video. That's not the actual program. All right, I'm gonna just launch Nvidia. Okay, that's the instructions page from this guy who taught me how to do this. Okay, so yeah, set up multiple displays, right? So you right click on here. Before they were separated, extend, and I said clone with, right? I said clone with over and over again until they all came into one box, and now they all just work as one unit. And they're all three of them are just plugged into various ports, both HDMI and DisplayPort on the back of this. That's the 3 monitors right there. That's not being used. I'm going to cancel the money I was going to spend on the 8K splitter that I ordered from AliExpress. By the way, this is what the Kogan monitor looks like in 1080p. I don't have any controls in my hand, so sorry to leave you that final image. It's a great monitor. I really recommend it. $700. Most 5K monitors like this are way more expensive. For an extra $70 from Kogan, I ordered the desk clamp. Hopefully it'll be compatible with my new desk. And I'll be able to access it and screw it in properly. Thanks for watching. All right, I'm gonna give you a demonstration here. I just tried to sell the van, they didn't want it. We're offering too low a price. All right, if I go down to the little icon here that has a speaker on it, it allows me to choose which speaker I want to use. Right here, that's my headphones that I've got on right now. I'll put it onto the, you know, that's the volume control for the screen. So I guess when I was talking about volume before, obviously I have volume control on my keyboard as well, and then over there as well. So is my keyboard? Yeah, my keyboard is directly linked to that. I don't know how smart the monitor is. Usually, if I adjust the volume on this TV set, it's nothing to do with the computer. It's separate. But I think with the monitor, it might be connected through data, through the HDMI cable or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, this is 21:9 THX Genesis ultra wide 4K clip. So this won't be 5K, unfortunately. I needed a 5K video. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna press play on this so you get a decent demonstration. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay. All right, I'm gonna full screen that. But this is not set. I gotta press Control 4. The sound is gonna be shit, don't worry. It's still adjusting. Okay, yeah. Come on here. Wow, that's good already. I'm gonna full screen it. Wow, 4K is cool. This was designed for 21:9. My God, so good. It's only 4K, not 5K, but still good. I'll leave you with that. Merry Christmas.